welcome to Criminal Villains. I am your host, Jessica, and we have some new updates. I just want to let you guys know I do have the phone lines open, so I would love for you guys to hit that link at the top. Come up here and enjoy, come and have a conversation with me, okay? You know, I'd be stuttering on my words sometime. I do have some new information, some information that is shocking. When I heard this, I was like, no way. And, I guess sometimes we don't want to believe certain things about Kada because some things that this person was alluding to, it was very heartbreaking. So I would love to go through my notes and I would love to talk about this with you guys. And I'm glad that you guys are here with me. We are holding each other's hand, getting through this. Shout out to Philly. In my last shot, I've seen a lot of Philly people out there. Hopefully more Philly people will come up and call in. I really would appreciate that. All right, let's get the likes up. If you guys can hear me good, can you please press that 1 so I know that you guys can hear me, okay? All right. So let's look at this picture. This is Kada, of course. But when we move, hold on. When we move this picture, look, man, let me see if I can put it down here. All right. Yeah. Okay. Look at this picture. Do you guys know who this is? This is allegedly Carl King. Do you know who Carl King is? This is allegedly Keon King's father. And I'm so thankful because I asked you guys, I said, we need to dig into these parents. Who are these parents? Because their parents is our age, okay? Or maybe older or younger, depending on how old y'all are. But these kids are 21 years old. So, Carl King, his father, will probably be in his 40s, in his 50s, in his 60s. You know what I'm saying? So I've always wanted to know who is producing these people. And this is Carl King, allegedly, Keon King father. And I looked at that picture. I said, no way that is a cop officer. Because, they told us that Keon King was a cop. His father was a detective. But that's a lie. And I want to know again, do you guys hear me? Can you guys please press 1 if you guys hear me? I don't want to be talking. And I know sometimes how YouTube and social media is, I can be talking and nobody hears me. So can you guys hear me? All right. Hey, how you guys doing? Okay. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm loving your hair, Queen. Thank you. I need to know, so you're trans and you're AI, what's really going on? What do you need to know, sweetheart? We're not getting together. I have no interest in dating anybody on this chat, okay, sweetheart? We are trying to get to the bottom of Keon, Kada Scott, and the killer, and everybody's involved, all right? All right. Now, if you want to go into a chat when you want to talk about personal stuff, you have to join me on my other channel called Living Fearless. Okay, this is Criminal Villains. We talk about criminals and villains here, sweetheart. All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Renee. Elisa, where you at? Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's get back here. Okay. Well, I need you to focus up, sweetheart. We got to focus up on Kada Scott, all right? I've been beautiful all my life, okay? Yeah, all right? But anyway, let's get back here. So look at the picture. Look at the picture of Keon King's father. Do you guys see what I see? He looks so scary. I mean, when I look at him, he's intimidating. He just looked like demonic. He just looked like evil. And it's like, well, this is where Keon King get his ways from. The biting women. I heard Keon King have bit women in the face. Soon as they get in the car, he was biting some girl. I mean, going inside of a backyard and just being invasive in people's spaces when they have kids inside. He didn't care about them kids. Them kids were traumatized. Do you know what that does to a child when she see this grown man going in the backyard and the mama keep on saying, leave us alone, and the grown man just continue to invade their space and just do this in the window? That is so freaking scary what he did to that child, but he doesn't care. Okay, he doesn't care about anybody. I mean, this is a monster out here. What they did to Kada Scott, how they shot her in the head, left her in that car for dead for I don't know how many hours, and then dug up a grave to put her there and allow her to rot with maggots. And not only that, they were trying to dissolve her body and her bones with some type of liquid I can't pronounce. Solvent or something, some type of liquid I can't pronounce. So it's really, really sad. And we really need to get to the bottom of this shit, y'all. Hell, I'm learning yesterday about Maddie, and Maddie is a lesbian. Girl, it doesn't matter. All right, so let's get into the notes, okay? And if you guys want me, after I finish giving the notes, to bring up the receipts where I get this information from, just let me know by pressing 2, and I will bring up the messages, okay? All right, because I'm trying to establish trust here. They said Michael Blackston. Shut up. That is not Michael Blackston. This is not, stop it. Stop it. This is not Michael Baxter. It better not be no actor. Shit. Are you trying to say I got duped? Am I getting played? Do y'all know who this person is? Y'all don't know is this not no actor? It says his father looks like that man from OC. Shout out Terry. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, criminal villains and criminal. Yeah. Yes, I'm new. I love this lady. Thank you, baby. I love you too, sweetheart. Okay. Keep the love circulating. All right. So I want to get to my notes. And these are my notes from the messages that I received. And guess what, y'all? Got to tell y'all, I talked to this lady. I called. Ooh. Okay. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Okay. Can I scratch that? What you just heard, this could be a man. You know what I mean? This could be a man I'm talking about, y'all. I talked to this man. Okay. The reason, look, I'm not putting nobody identity out here or... Look, one thing about me, I can keep secrets, okay? You come to me with some information, ain't nobody gonna never know it came from you, okay? So I was talking to this man, I'm gonna call him Bob, okay? So yeah, I was talking to Bob, and Bob is a real person. Bob told me how he gets his information in Philly, and I'm not gonna share how he gets his information from Philly because I don't want people to try to figure out, okay, Bob, whoever talking to Bob is talking too much. We need to cut the source off. We want the water to continue to flow, right? We want more information to pour in. So therefore, I don't want to give too much, but I want to give you enough. So I'm not holding anything back from you guys. I don't want you to think that, I'm keeping something from you guys. We're working here together. So here are my notes, okay? These are my notes. All right. Number 1, reintroduce. Okay, hold on. Let me get my notes together. Going up here. All right. The boyfriend was hiding in the back seat. Now, we talked about that yesterday, but I will go over it again. Bob tells us, the witness, the secret witness, Bob says that Taz was hiding inside the back seat. When Kada came up, Taz allegedly was already in the back seat with the pow in the back. You know what I'm saying? Ducking. So when she got in, I don't know if he just pushed the pow in the back seat or he put the pow around on this side and put the pow to her head from this side. Or I would think it would be this inside versus outside because of the mirrors. And then the car. I don't know if the car was tinted. Do you guys remember the car was tinted? You guys don't know because the car was burnt the fuck up, right? So we don't know if the car was tinted. Mostly, you know, these guys, they don't ride fishbowl. They like to ride in the car with its tint. They do not drive fishbowl, if you notice that. You know what I'm saying? Having people all staring in your face, they don't like that. So allegedly, Bob says that the pow pow came in the back of her head, and when she got in the car, she knew this was a setup, okay? And when she got in the car, her urges was to get out, but Taz, the boyfriend, said, you better not get out this motherfucking car, okay? And that's when homeboy Keon sped off. Okay, so that is what Bob tells us from what his intel know in Philly. And I do believe Bob, when I talk to Bob, he didn't have no reason to lie. I can tell it feels real, okay? So also, Kada had no idea, so it was a setup. So all that stuff that a lot of y'all was talking to me about, which I find very disrespectful. But, you know, we going to have to talk about it. I'm going to feel disrespected. It's okay. I got tough skin. I can handle disrespect. I've been disrespected all my life. Okay, Jessica, what disrespected you? Okay, I had this guy come up in here, and he going to say Kada was giving some head. Do y'all remember that? Press 4 if you guys remember. This guy gonna tell us that Kada was giving some head and Keon made a mistake. What in the hell? What in the hell? Why do y'all always want to make Keon make a mistake? It's like y'all trying to find some type of way to make it seem like Keon made a mistake. He ain't make no mistake. Hell, I'm so sick and tired of y'all with these damn mistakes. But yeah. And the reason why he came up with this idea is because of the text messages. When he read that the text messages was like, hey, kidnap me again, he automatically thought that Kada was into some dark perversion, freaky stuff, and that, you know, Keon King was on some kinky shit, and he was really doing it rough and like, come on, bitch, you know, I got the pow, you gonna give me this head. And I don't know, and one thing led to another, and the guy said he made a mistake, you know, because Kada was into some freaky shit. That was not the case. According to Bob, that was not the case. She was set up and she was ambushed, okay? And then when I thought about it, who gonna have the pow and loaded clip when a person giving you head, okay? You gonna shoot right there. You can shoot your dick off. Who's doing that? Man, you gonna have all that blood in your nuts. Come on now. Are y'all really doing it? But I don't know what y'all into, but I would never think that. But I was so disrespected. I was so irritated. But I hold my composure because you didn't know I was irritated by that comment, but I was. But it doesn't matter. So, all right. So moving on. I just want to clear the air with that. And for everybody that feels like, you know, Kada is out here doing freaky stuff, stop your lies. You have no proof that Kada was out here doing freaky shit. If she was, you would have saw, the police would be like, hey, this is her OnlyFans account. She don't got no fucking OnlyFans account. She don't have no pictures, no videos, nothing like that. I mean, this society now, hell, if all the freaks is getting paid to get freaky, they on X, they on this, they on that, they shaking ass, they twerking, they throwing ass out the windows. You know what I'm saying? They're letting you know who they are. You ain't seen none of that stuff with Kada. So all that pushing that y'all doing with Kada, you know, it really annoys me, but it is what it is. So, you know, she said no. He said no. That she was ambushed, okay? And I asked Bob, the witness, I said, so was Keon King and Kada, were they freaking around? And he was like, he cannot confirm or deny that. He was like, they may have done something one time, but they don't have any proof, or they don't have anything that's leading to that was the case, you know? But Bob does feel from his inside sources that the boyfriend and Keon, they both and more people all came together to plot to take out Kada Scott. Okay, yeah. All right. So let me see if you guys are in here. Let's get the likes up. And like I said, if you guys feel free to come in anytime, go in the backyard to say something or whatever. I have the link at the back. So if you guys want to come up here and speak with me, or if I say something and you want to speak on that, feel free to do so. My platform is always open, okay? All right. So, all right, moving on to these other notes. Keon picked her up from work. We know that, and Bob does confirm, that. Boyfriend set up and pointed a pow pow at her head. I told y'all that. Threatened to blow, her out. Told y'all that. Kada was calling her mother, confused, asking why was she calling. Okay, hold on. Kada, I have to look at my notes with that one because I know it was a point where Bob was telling me about the phone call, who kept calling back to back to back to back. Bob feels like it was the boyfriend that was calling, and the boyfriend was calling, knew that Keon was picking her up, but I thought it was Keon calling, so we have to look over that because I was under the idea that Keon was calling her back to back to back, but I may have got it wrong. I'm going to look over the notes. I'll bring it up here. But from what I remember, Bob was telling me it was the boyfriend that was actually calling back to back to back. I want to know from you guys. Press 1 if you think it was Keon that was calling her back to back to back. Press 4 if you feel like it was the boyfriend calling her back to back to back. But for sure, the boyfriend and Keon have been playing games with her. Okay? Why? I don't know. But they playing games with her on the phone, y'all. I don't know if it was like, yeah, dog, I can't stand this bitch no more. Yeah, she a cheater, she a hoe. And they like, yeah, call her from this, watch what she say. Call her from this boner number, watch what she say. She's so trifling. She's such a liar. She thinks she all that. I don't know. But they came together and they were playing on her top. They was playing on her phone. Like they would probably do some shit, say some shit, and then ask Kada, and then just sit there and watch her lie. And I don't know if they have a hatred for that. Like, this bitch just lied to me in my face. I don't know, but that's what it seems like it was given. Okay. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have been there before, or possibly. It says the shout out. The boyfriend shot Kada in the back of the head. Okay. Keon sped off. She read that. Okay. The parents are acting strange. Now, I've never heard no shit like this. Have y'all ever heard that Kada Scott parents are acting strange? Press 5 if you ever heard some shit like that. Press 7 if you ain't never heard no shit like that. I said, Bob, are you sure? And he said, yeah. I said, well, why do you say that? Why would you say the parents are acting strange, Bob? And Bob said they feel like, the parents just have been so calm during this whole ordeal. And I said, Bob, people grieve certain ways. Just because you don't see them acting out, Bob, don't mean that they're not hurting. Hell, we all grieve differently. We're not the same. But they was like, well, tell me this, Jessica. I said, what? They said, well, why did her mom, when Kada was missing, why did her mom call Maddie house? I said, what? She said, why was Kada mom calling Maddie house looking for her over there? I said, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know the mom was calling Maddie house, the lesbian house. Girl, you can't tell me shit about no lesbian. I'm gonna be like, oh, was she gay? I don't, what the fuck she hanging out with Maddie for? I don't know. And I could not answer that. I could not say the reason, because first of all, that was some new information. I never knew the mom was calling Maddie and them while her daughter was missing. Did you guys know about this? Press 1 if you heard tell that her mom was calling Maddie trying to figure out where her daughter was. Press 4 if you have never heard of this. This is your first time hearing about this. All right, so somebody's Breezy said she heard about it. You did? I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about that. What, Nia? You heard about that shit too? What? Uh-uh. Okay, so tell me this. Because I didn't know what to tell Bob. But, because, I be trying to defend Kada parents. I be trying to defend Kada parents. I be trying to defend Kada, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? I could not give them a reason. Why would the mom call Maddie? I'm like, why would the mommy? I don't know. And to think that Keon trusted Maddie after he got finished killing Kada Scott, he went to Maddie's house and he kept going back and forth to Maddie's house, and then he was using Maddie's phone to contact Kada. I don't know. Did she realize? Did she really know that was Maddie? Did she not? You know what I mean? What if it was a situation where, okay, I don't know this girl Maddie, but I do know from Kada's phone that this number has been calling my baby phone, so I'm going to call over there to figure it out. Who is this? Could have been a situation like this. If I have a daughter and I got my daughter's phone and I'm calling Carrie. I don't know who Carrie is, but I'm calling because I see these missed calls from Carrie and they've been talking. And I say, Carrie, have you seen my daughter? She's missing. Do you know that, Carrie? Now, that's just me calling Carrie, but I don't know this bitch. So I'm like, Bob, maybe you getting this shit. Maybe you looking at it. Cause Bob was telling, I don't know how it came off. It was like the mom knew of Maddie and was reaching out to Maddie. But then again, shit, what's the crime in knowing Maddie? What is the crime in knowing? She could know Maddie, right? What's the crime in knowing Maddie? Because she got set up by her friends. She got set up by Taz, the boyfriend, everybody that she cared about and loved, she was set up by. So even if she did know of Maddie and called Maddie, is that a crime? Should we really look at that like suspect that she called fucking Maddie looking for a daughter? But they feel like it's something off about that. Like, why are you calling Maddie? I don't know why she's calling Maddie. Can you guys tell me why is she calling Maddie? It says, why wouldn't she call her? She was looking for her daughter. Yeah, Rose, but Bob was trying to give it up like that was so weird to call Maddie. And at first, he had me tripping. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, I will call everybody in my phone book. Everybody in my daughter's phone book, I will call everybody. I'll call Taz. I'm calling everybody in my daughter's phone book. Every missed call, I'm calling everybody in that shit. Trying to figure out, do you know where my daughter is? When the last time you talked to her, did she say anything? I'm going to try to find out everything. That is a mother. She's investigating, So I don't know if I see anything with that. It says she used an old iPad Kada had. Okay, so thank you. So you guys saying she used an old iPad Kada had to get the numbers. It says, but remember, she had her swatch on and the killers didn't know she had it on. Oh, okay. She was tracking her phone and she called the last number, which was the text now number. See, that makes sense. It says, I lost both of my daughters. Kada has touched me. I have been watching everything. Well, please call in, Jill, and give us more information. Okay, well, that makes sense, So, also, it says, authorities confused about why the mother called the house of the two women Kada was missing with. All right, and I just explained that. And why parents seem calm during the initial investigation. So do you guys want to talk about that? Bob questions were, why does the mom seem calm? Did you guys feel like the mom seemed calm? Press 1 if you feel like the mom was too calm. Press 4 if you feel like the mom. You can't judge the mom. I be feeling like I can't judge no mom. I'm sorry. But I know moms do kill and moms do set up, but I can't do it. Until y'all find some really hard proof on that mom, I can't do that shit. But I'm just letting you know what Bob said. I'm going to bring you his receipts. But, yeah, do you guys feel like she definitely was not calm? Well, okay. Well, thank you for that. So it says here, why the mama didn't question her child missing more aggressively. The insurance, they're bringing up an insurance. They said this is big. Police are checking multiple life insurance policies taken out on Kada and Kada Scott. All right. So, did you guys know anything about any life insurance that was taken out about Kada Scott? I don't know. I just felt that was so kind of odd and weird. I don't know if they didn't say the police found any life policies, but he was just like, they're looking into it. Well, shit, it's been almost a month. Y'all should have already found something. You know what I mean? So I just don't know. It says mom and dad both involved. Bob feels like it's a possibility that mom and dad are both involved. And I said, you know what? This could have been Keon King lawyer putting a plant in my ear. Have y'all thought about that? Press 2 if you think Bob is a plant by Keon King lawyer, huh? Trying to throw me off. I don't know. I gotta open it up, y'all. I gotta open it up. I don't know. But they are saying that the mom and dad, they want us to think about, could they be involved? How much was in each policy worth? They also saying that Kada had a lot of money in her bank account. How much is a lot of money? I don't know. It says after Kada Scott's death, a lot of money suddenly appeared and the parents' bank account. I think that's kind of awkward and I need proof. Like, I want to see proof after this. It says investigators want to know where it came from. It says the GoFundMe account raised over $26,000. That's good, as it should. We trying to bury Kada the right way and we want her parents and her people to be okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It says parents allegedly wanted much of the donated. It says the house questions, why did Kada's mother call the house of 2 women? We already talked about that. The woman said, here, a picture of Keon's father. All right, so let's go here and let me bring you guys the notes, okay? I'll bring you guys the notes of the witness and then you make whatever you make out of it. So we're going to go here. You guys see, I've been talking to them through, a messenger, right? So feel free. Can y'all like this video? Can we get the likes up? The likes is kind of low, 40. We can do better, right? We can do better. So let's like the video, you guys. So going here. Okay, let me bring it up here. All right, so I'm not going to bring everything because they do talk about a little bit their personal life. It says, I was truly heartbreaking. Are you ready for the news? Put on your seatbelt. Okay, we're there. Put on your seatbelt. It says, well, okay, thank you for not revealing my identity. You see, I'm not bringing up nobody's identity. So you guys can call me. You guys can message me, email, or hit me on my Instagram. I got 2 Instagrams. Jessica Bucks, Buckz. I was inspired by the rapper Mellow Bucks, Chicago. Okay, or Jessica Kohainor, okay? Either one, it doesn't matter. I'm on Facebook, Jessica Kohainor as well. TikTok, Jessica Kohainor Daily News. So you guys can message me. All right. And everything that you guys say to me is going to stay between me and you. I'm very discreet, okay? I've never exposed anybody, anything. Look at my track record. I never exposed anybody. Okay, so let's keep on going on. So it says here, um, well, okay, thank you for not revealing my identity. My friend stated they are coming for five or more involved in this case of Kada Scott. All right. They're saying low pass woman. Second one is a woman in the house. Third one is the boyfriend Taz. Four is Gabby. Five is Gabby cousin, the one who set it up for his car to be hijacked while making a delivery, supposedly, and a friend of Keon, one in the video driving the car. So Bob says that it's possibly they're looking for six people to be arrested in this case. And these are the ones they're looking at. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it says, I'm not done. I couldn't type anymore in the first message. I'm continuing now. They also checking into Kata's mother. Why did Kata's mom call the house of the two women when Kada went missing? How and why she called there? And how was Kada linked to the people living there? The insurance policies that was taken out on Kada Scott, and how much life insurance they purchased. All right. So he's alleging that somebody took out policies on Kada Scott. Do you guys believe this should be true? Press 1 if you guys believe this is true. Press 4 if you feel like this is a big conspiracy. You know, what is it? What is it? Okay. How do I feel? I don't know, because I've never thought about no stuff like this, honestly. I've never thought about nobody putting a policy out on Kada. I don't want to believe that her mom or her father have anything to do with this. Like, I find that very hard to believe. Matter of fact, I won't believe it until you really, really prove it. But other than that, I'm not believing that her parents pull out a policy unless you guys can really, really back that shit up. I know you guys want to talk bad about Philly and how Philly is so bad and so this and so that. I don't know if I believe all the hype. Okay. I don't know if I believe all the hype. All right. So let's continue on. It says, okay, how much life insurance they purchased. Both parents are being investigated. Really? Really? Are both parents really being investigated? Do you guys believe this to be true? You guys can find out this information, right? Okay, I need that TikTok lady. Do you guys really think both of the parents are being investigated? Press 2 if you believe this is true. Press 7 if you feel like this is false. This is not a good, reliable source. But I got to take everybody, and I'm going to listen to everybody. Even if I feel that it's not true, I'm still going to put it out here because I want the people to know what's being said, and I want them to decide for themselves. I'm not a person that's going to make you feel a way. I'll let you decide for yourself. You know what I mean? But I don't believe that they're being investigated. All right. But this is what Bob tells me, that they're being investigated. As you guys can see, I'm not making anything up. It says another question aroused authorities don't understand why your child is missing, and while both parents so calm. Okay, Kata's body was Okay, hold on. Parents were so calm during the whole investigation when interviewing them. More so they said that when the police were interviewing the parents, they were very calm. All right. So this is intel that we don't have privy to. This is intel that Bob has privy to, allegedly, according to him. So I didn't see the interview with the parents and the police. They have heard tell about this. So, yeah. When When I talk to Bob, yes, he sounds legit. He sounds like he's honest and truthful. However, somebody can still sound honest and truthful, but I still can find stuff hard to believe. You know, have you ever had somebody and they were, come genuine, but whatever they told you, still feel like that's so unbelievable to me, or maybe I just don't want to believe it. Maybe you just really have to show and prove. But I'm not saying they're lying. I'm just saying I don't. I'm not convinced yet. Does that make sense? Can I say a person is telling the truth, but I just not convinced of what they're telling me? Do that make sense? Okay, because I'm not calling Bob a liar. I don't know Bob to lie because I don't know any of this information true or false. So I can't say Bob is lying. Bob come off as trustworthy. I trust Bob, but the stuff that Bob is telling me, some stuff, I just need more convincing. I'm just going to need more convincing. That's all. I've never been a group thinker. I've always thought for myself. And yeah, so let's continue on. It says, authorities don't understand why, if your child is missing, why were your parents both so calm out the whole investigation when interviewing them? More so when Kada's body was discovered. Also, there was so much money in their accounts, and where did it come from? They want to know where the money come from in Kada's parents' accounts. They also say there was a Fund Me account worth, I believe, $26,000. All right. $26,000. And they wanted a lot of it to be donated to. Oh, wow. I forgot. All right. The name, sorry. If so much, Jessica, I will keep you informed as soon as I receive more information. The link you want me to get on, waiting for daughter to show me. Because I asked him, I said, please come up here and I want you to talk. But he was like, he don't want his voice to be detected because, he fears that by speaking out like this, that it will put a target on his back. And I understand. So I said, well, how about you get someone with you and you just whisper to them what you want them to say, like a middleman, Like I can talk to a middleman on air and I ask him a question and then you give him the answer in his ear where we cannot hear you and he just repeats what you're saying. So therefore you feel more protected because I want everybody to feel protected, especially when it's on my time. I want you all to feel protected, all right, and safe. All right. So it says Jessica, my message was too long again. I would love to link up with you. I watch you all the time. Would you love to talk? Okay. Also, I want to say how beautiful you are and gorgeous. Thank you, Lord. Okay. So here's a picture of Keon King's dad. All right. So he sent me a picture of Keon King's dad. And I tried to take a picture, but he had it like on vanish mode. So I really couldn't get it the first time. So he said his name was Carl King. Okay. So this is me trying to reach out and call him. And I said, can you send the picture of Keon and his father again? And I had a conversation with him too, as you guys can see. So these are the pictures and this is where the picture have come from. So I'm showing you guys all of my information where I got it from. Okay. My hands are here. I'm not hiding anything. All right. So what are your thoughts about this information? Do you guys believe it? Some of it, not of it? Do you guys think this is sent by Keon King people? Okay. Jill say, call Bob a liar. Do you think Bob is being set up or sent to us by Keon King lawyer? Because it don't seem like it's a lot of interest in Keon King. It seems like you want me to Keon King lawyer want us to question Keon King parent. I mean, Kada Scott parents. It was like you want us to think that the parents are strange. You want us to start questioning the parents to get the smoke off of Keon. Then it's like, I feel like the Keon, I listen, if this person is a fraud, I believe this person is sent by Keon King lawyer. And I think that Keon King lawyer want us to blame Taz the boyfriend, want us to look at the parents, but don't want us to focus Keon King. I mean, they did send a picture of his father. Yes, but I need more, you know what I mean? Focus on that motherfucking Keon King. All right? That is not his dad. And somebody said that is not his dad. Okay, well, see? So, did I get duped, y'all? Did I get fooled? Press 9 if I got fooled. Okay? I got punked. Did I get fooled, y'all? See, that's why I tell y'all everything. I don't hold shit from y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on. Everybody saying I got fooled. They shit. Don't tell me I got fooled, y'all. Oh my God. Look. You know my ass don't know shit, right? And I'm like, oh girl, he looked demonic, right? Girl, child. I'm like, damn, he looked demonic. And he like, yeah, he does. That's him. That's him. See how they do? And ain't y'all glad I don't hold it in and I just let it all out, I just let it all out like some badass gas. I let it all out. Okay. That's not his father. That's an actor movie. Use discernment. You see how Bob lie? Bob, I hope you looking at this, Bob. You gonna have to answer for this shit, Bob. Bob, you gonna have to answer for this shit. Why are you doing this, Bob? And Bob, when you do this shit, you make it harder for other witnesses that really want to come out and speak the truth. Okay, Bob is feeding me these motherfucking lies. Ooh, girl, child, I'm glad I'm coming to y'all with this shit. That is not his father. Okay, so you see everybody in the comment section, they said that is not his father. I'm glad that y'all confirmed that. Well, do y'all have any honest tea for us then? Huh? Do y'all have any honesty for us? Comment, let me know. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to see, do we have anything on TikTok? I'm going to put her name in to see anything come on TikTok because I love to go on TikTok. And a lot of times I see a lot of news on TikTok. According to this case, I'm going to put her name, Kada Scott. Usually it just pop right on up. It popped right on up. Okay, we saw that lady. Now, I didn't see a picture of him before. Can I show y'all this picture I'm looking at? Okay, I'm starting to think a lot of people just lying on this Kada Scott case. Okay, look at this. Look. Have y'all seen this picture before? Who is that? Is that Taz looking like a pit bull? Do y'all know who this is? Press 5 if y'all know who this is. Is that Taz right there? I ain't never seen no picture like Taz. I ain't never seen. Okay, let's click on that.
Most times you can find Kingpin in the kitchen stretching the work out, but they don't like to call the witness. But see.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, so I'm going to bring this video up here. You have to give me 1 second. I got to go. So what I'm doing, when I put the message up here, I edited out. I edited stuff out. So now I'm taking the edits out or the crop so you guys can see everything. So I'm uncropping everything, okay? So now that I uncropped it, you guys can see it better. Uh-oh. Take that picture out. All right, so damn, he looked bigger. Is this? Is that really the boyfriend?
I like to turn 5 to 10. I turn 5 to 5 when you can turn 5 to 10. Now everybody walking around saying,
That look like a different person. Do that don't look like the same person, right? See, the person I just clicked on, that don't look like the same person. You see how they lie so much on this internet? See, I really need to navigate with y'all. Okay, I've never seen her. Have you ever seen this person?
Hey yo, did y'all hear that Shaka Zulu had got um Keon King court date pushed back to February? That's not his name. I'm being very sarcastic because you already know how I feel about him representing this case. I'm not gonna be screaming and hollering because it's early in the morning and my granddaughter's still asleep.
Okay, they not talking about nothing. Just about the lawyer.
Breaking
Yeah, I saw
news,
this when
ladies
I
and
was out walking
gentlemen.
my dog.
We are now surviving the pervert that stole Christmas. Pure Bible. You see this little milk chocolate frog faced boy? This is the boy that
Okay, I think he's a comedian. All right, well, I don't see any updates, y'all. I don't see any updates. Okay. I don't see no updates. Well, look, I just wanted to do my duty. I just wanted to do my duty and come up here and let you guys know. So if you guys want me to continue on, I need your help. I need more direction. I need to know where to look. The next time we go live about this, what do you guys actually want to talk about regarding the Kada Scott case, you know? Because everything on the internet right now we already talked about. So do you guys just want to go over it again? Do you guys just want to talk about Keon King and just different things of that? Because do you guys think it's important to keep her name alive all the way up into her hearing? You know, should we keep her name pushed in the news? Or do you guys think that we should just sit back, cross our arms, and just wait until February? You know, press one if you feel like we should. Damn. We should at least continue to talk about her once a week or something. You know, press one if you think we should at least talk about her once a week, something about this case, you know, even if it's not nothing new. Or press five if you feel like we should just, you know, rest it for right now, enjoy the holidays, and wait till February to figure out what's going on. What do you guys think? All right. Okay, let me know. Oh my God. They said Kada Scott birthday is today. See, that is something that we could have talked about. We could have celebrated that. I could have had a whole energy towards celebrating her birthday and how she did not get to see her birthday. And what would she have been, 24 years old on today's date, November the 18th? We could have celebrated. Well, maybe later on today. Do you guys, later on today, do you guys want me to come back and celebrate Kada Scott's birthday? Press 7 if you guys want me to come back later on today to celebrate Kada Scott's birthday, okay? 7 if you guys want me to come back later on and celebrate her birthday. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to her. Well, y'all got to press 7 so I know, Alicia. Or what's your name? Miss Davis. Press 7 so I know, okay? They want people to forget by February. Yeah, they do want people to forget about February. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Let's get these likes up. Okay, Lisa says 7. And hopefully, can you guys call in more? Listen, when you guys call in more, it helps. Okay? It helps when I debate you guys. I do like debating. So if you guys can come in and we can debate, at least it keeps the conversation going. You know, it helps me. I need help. I'm not made of steel. Okay? So I need help too. So if you guys can come up here, talk to me about it, bring more awareness so other girls, so your daughters, your sisters, your mama won't have to face the same fate Kada had to face, you know? We got to spread more awareness. We're not doing we got to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better. All right, well, I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you. She says she loves my hair. All right, I'm out of here. Love you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and I'm out. Bye.